what made you want to join and sign up for Market Dash specifically?
Well, I mean, you kind of get everything in one spot, right? And I know Market Dash has evolved over time and it will probably continue to evolve as new features and new information is added. I was on the group or one of the groups that initially provided feedback. So it's kind of the users have helped develop what's desired and it's only gotten better over time, right?
Mhm.
And I guess kind of the latest features allow you to see the dark pool investments come in either bullish or bearish, and you also can do the Fibonacci retracement, or it does the Fibonacci retracement automatically. I know for many members that's probably a huge deal, right? If they're not accustomed to doing that on their own. For me, I kind of still like doing that on my own and zooming in or out depending on what's going on. But it is a nice feature to have that and to see the dark pool trades, to also see the automated trend lines. All those things can help someone who is less familiar with all those things. And even if you are experienced, to have that done automatically, sometimes it'll highlight something that you may not have done or seen yourself.
Wow. So, and especially for you, like get signing up as well too, right? What was like the biggest problem you were trying to solve for yourself? Because there's so probably so many like newsletters out there or other things exactly that you probably
Right.
subscribed to when we first had our conversation, right? Yeah.
Sure.
But what were you trying to
I
solve?
mean, with one of the other services that I've been following, there's a former hedge trader that teaches investors. One of the things that they mention is, and also some of the things that Daryl does is that
Yeah.
undervalued, not necessarily long-term investing, but undervalued investing. Although that group another group I followed do undervalued investing, it's not all they do. And so I wanted to learn more about it. And so when I saw Daryl's advertising, I had the one-on-one with him, and I knew it was something that would be beneficial long term. And I also expect, everybody's anticipating at some point there could be a significant correction, or
Yeah.
potential recession. And undervalue investing is the best process or method to prepare for that potential event. And so it's just, anytime you can learn a method that's a safer method, I wanted to be prepared for that because every bull market ends and a bearish market or trend
Yeah.
starts, and I wanted to be prepared for that.
Love that. And so, especially for you, like, I guess, like, what do you like about this software so far? I know you mentioned earlier about like the automated like Fibonacci's. Like, what else do you like about this
Mhm.
software compared to like other softwares that you kind of tried or tools that you tried exactly here, Michael?
Well, I mean, everybody I've heard from typically uses TradeView, and I do too.
Hmm.
So I mean, it's challenging to replace TradeView, right? Because it has many features, and a lot of people use it. I don't know about everybody, but
Hmm.
many people use it. But having one spot where you can have all the information about fundamentals
Hmm.
and technicals on a stock is extremely valuable, right? So having all that in one place is very beneficial, especially once you've got a handful of stocks that you're following.
Yeah.
That just makes it easy to have everything in one place, be able to do your due diligence and research on a specific stock, make sure you agree that the fundamentals are sound, and then, of course, with Market Dash looking at the technicals, then you get into being able to look at the Fibonacci retracements and look at the charting and see the trends, right?
Hmm.
And know when to try to get in and to exit those trades makes a big difference using the technical analysis.
Hmm. So, especially with the tools like TradingView, right? Like, I guess before Market Dash, like, what tools did you use before Market Dash? Since it's like more, I guess, like all in one now for you here, exactly, Michael.
Well, so I mean, one of the big things that I've learned is volume pricing.
Hmm.
So the volume levels and pricing levels that have the highest volumes, can impact where a stock gets supported or faces resistance. So that's hugely beneficial when you're selecting where you want to invest, getting in or getting out, or selling puts or selling calls, that type thing. So having that highlighted automatically is also beneficial. And I
Mm,
know that's probably improved over time, but that's a lot of what I use the charting for, is identifying those higher volumes of price levels in the past. And Market Dash also does that. The charting also does that and highlights those areas of support and areas of demand and areas of resistance also. And so Market Dash does that automatically for the users.
and so what would you say is like the top 3 things that you learned, like, from Market Dash then, exactly?
Well, I mean, obviously having the chart with the Fibonacci retracements, having the areas of support or resistance or areas of demand is helpful. And also, of course, with the dark pool data of volume buys and sells makes a big difference. So combining all that together, gives you an advantage in what you're trying to do.
And I would say, like, especially with Market Dash, right, what surprised you? And I know you say, like, there's always new functions, like, coming out, right? What surprised you the most with Market Dash?
I mean, I guess the automation with it is the biggest thing with the
Mhm,
charting. Honestly, I really like the fact that with the fundamentals, you get all
mhm,
aspects of the historical trends, right?
yeah,
You can get that elsewhere, but it's a nuisance and it's
mm,
time consuming. Having all that available with the click of the button and being able to go through it for a stock in minutes versus trying to go find that on your own
mhm,
is very convenient, right?
mhm,
And so I like it for reviewing the fundamentals of a stock. I could, in a few minutes, I can review just about everything on the fundamentals,
yeah,
at least overview, right? Not
yeah,
deep inside research, but between having, and even though it does have a lot of that in-depth research there available to read, you
yeah,
can review the charts quickly. You can look at the details if you take more time, including the insider buying, including insider sells, and all the tailwinds or headwinds with the risk or the pros of each individual stock. It's all there and available to look at in more depth.
and I guess, like, really to sum it up, like, would you recommend Market Dash to other people exactly, whether they're experienced or, like, a new type of investor or trader here, Michael?
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, I think there's different levels for Market Dash to match,
Mhm,
the level of investor and what they might need. If you're just starting out, you may just need the basics.
yeah,
The more advanced, the more in depth you get, the more features you probably are going to want
mhm.
to help you with your trading. Of course, how much you're trading may make a difference as well.
Perfect, cool. That's basically it, Michael. Keep it simple
Okay.
as that. Okay, perfect.